Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67, and today I am doing a creative design team project for Sue at Paper Inspirations, and I'm going to be using her mushroom journal kit. It's a digital kit, a printable, and a very lovely kit. There are 17 pages in this mushroom kit. You get a variety of themed papers, you get a variety of background papers, and then you also get some ephemera. So the colours are beautiful, green and golds with the brown, with the vintage tones. It's a very like moody, dark sort of printable, which I don't mean that in a bad way. It's beautiful. I really aspire to this sort of thing. There's a lot of like gold elements in it as well, beautiful florals. Don't pay attention to this. This is my printer, not the printable. And then we come into our background designs. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. Golds and greens, and oh, it's just gorgeous. Coffee stain look, very moody, very lovely. Now, when it comes to the ephemera pieces, I have already cut into some of it, but you get a shape of a sheet of ovals like this. You get some slides and some smaller postcards, journaling cards with some labels, which are really lovely, with like a script background. They're beautiful, and then these repeat. This style of thing repeats in your larger sizes, so you get a couple of pages of those as well. So yeah, I have all my bits to the side, so I don't actually need anything in this, I don't think. I just reprinted it a second time so I could show you on camera. All right, so I'll take that away. And what I wanted to do for my project today, I did a video a couple of weeks ago on a simple folio idea. It opens up like this, and I had a pocket here and a pocket here, and then a pocket on the back. So I really love this project. It's easy, but the end result's lovely. And I thought it was a nice idea. It would work well with this kit. But what I've decided to do, instead of having it in the portrait, I've turned it to the landscape. So my pocket ideas are going to be a little different. But yeah, so I have gone ahead and covered the folio. I will link the original video, so if you would like to give it a try. I've machine stitched and covered all the areas inside and outside. I've used one of the beautiful pages from the kit for my for my back cover, and I've machine stitched, and I've just done a zigzag stitch down through that gusseted area just to give it a little bit more strength. So I have cut some pockets already, and all I did for that, I just took a piece of cardstock and I measured it around about a ½ inch wider on the distance of the cover, and just so that I want these little side tab flap bits, just so that that gives me that little bit more room inside the pocket. And I'm just going to miter these corners a bit so that they stay a bit hidden. And so that's what I thought for the front. So we're going to have a pocket on the front, and then when we open it up in this style, I'm going to do a double pocket. So I'm going to have a pocket here and then a pocket here. So we'll have a pocket and a pocket, and then I've got another idea for here as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start off by covering these pockets with some of the printable, and I've just got a couple of pieces picked that were offcuts from when I covered the actual folio, and I'm just going to use those, I think. So I'm just basically going to stick them down and then cut around. And I'm just using glue stick. Okay, so here we go. And how is everybody today? Tuesday. Oh, another week that seems to be flying by. Oh, and I can't believe it. I thought I'll get a head start on some of the cleaning, the bond cleaning that you have to do at the end of a lease. And so today I thought I'm going to clean the front windows. Now I've got big, like, picture windows in the front. They're really very large. Beautiful view, but yeah, large. So I went to start cleaning and noticed that one of the windows is cracked. Oh, I can't believe it. We've lived here for 2 years and we've never had any problems. And now with 2 weeks to go, and now we've broken a window. And of course, nobody can tell me when this happened or why this happened. So yes, so now we're responsible for a broken window, and it's going to cost about $380 to fix. So I'm not happy, Jan. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, Murphy strikes again. So I love that for my little front pocket on the front cover. Now I will want to stitch around it before I actually glue it into the book. So I'm just going to pin it into place, just in the front where it will sit. Now I just want to grab a couple of paper clips. So I'll just bring some of those out. So once that is all sewn and inked, this little one is going to sit in the front just like this. And just like that. Alright, so we've got a front pocket and the little, look at that, isn't that sweet? I love that. Alright, so that's our front pocket. Then we're opening up, and in this middle section here, as I said, I'm going to do a large pocket and then a smaller one. So once again, I'm just going to miter off these corners a bit, just to, so they won't be seen. And I'm going to do the same on my smaller pocket. Just like that. And then I've picked a couple of pieces. I really like these leaves. Now I just need to see how they're going to go on the page, on the pocket rather. So that's pretty good for length. And I just really like those leaves falling down, and they're sitting in front of like a gold, what do you call those things, mandala. So yeah, I really like that. So I'm just going to trim off the white. Just like that. And then I'm just going to, just like I did before, just glue it straight down like that and trim it out. Oh. Yes, so there you go. Broken windows. But apart from that, I don't know much really. It's just been another week of dealing with stuff and ringing up the people that supply your electricity and that supply your internet and trying to get the transfers done and all those fun things. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to lay that down there like that. And just press it on down like so. Give it a bit of a burnish. I think my table's very wobbly. I think that comes through on the video, sorry. Alright, and then I'm just going to trim this out. And a bit down the side. And a little bit along the top. My scissors are blunt. I tried really hard for a very long time to only keep these for fabric. But, yeah, didn't work. They are brilliant scissors though. All right, so this is the first pocket and I want the leaves up the top. So again, I will want to machine stitch around that before I glue it in. So for now, I'm just going to paper clip it in place. Like that. And then this smaller one is just going to kind of sit in front of it like that. And for that one, I really like this little mushroom here. So again, I'll just trim out that white piece. Like that. Move you out the way. And again, I'm just going to glue this up. Just like that. And then just lay this over the top of that. I'll bring it down a little bit. Like that sort of thing. I'll leave a little bit short on that edge, but that doesn't matter. Because once the sewing goes on and stuff, you won't even really notice it. Alright, and then we'll trim this one away as well. Here and down here. Okay, and then this one, as I said, will sit, and that's a little bit off there. And then this one will just sit in front of that one like that. Well, that will do for now. I'm not sure that I love that now that I see it. Needs to be something more to go with that. Anyway, like this piece here I think would have looked really better, much better. Anyway, we'll go with that for now. So I'm just going to pin that in place like that. So now we have a folio that closes like that. We open it up, we've got a front pocket. Open it up, we've got a pocket and a pocket. And I'm not putting any pocket on the back of this one because I just love this image here. Okay, so now what I thought, I'm just getting rid of a bit of rubbish here. So now for this very front section here, just in advance, I've made a little scrappy notebook. And I thought, what a nice idea when that folds down, you can have a little scrappy notebook. And I've just made it with a piece of one of the printable pages and then just some coffee stained paper of different styles, some lined and grid and just some plain paper. And then I've just machine stitched along the top there, and I'm going to just glue that down in place just like that. Just grabbing some glue. Okay, now I just have to remove that paper clip first so that I don't glue that in place. Okay, and I'm just going to glue it along this edge here. Yeah, here we go. All right. And so I'm just going to take it up to that edge, sort of keep it in this side of the score line and just lay it down just like that. So there you go, you've got a little notebook built into your folio. Alright, so now I'll just paper clip this pocket back in place. Okay, I'm really not very excited about that there. It needs something else. And I'm not going to be happy unless I do it. So I think I'm going to bring back in this piece, and then we can decorate that with something. So again, I'm just going to glue over, not that I don't love this image, I just don't think it works with that one. So I'm just going to go over the top. See, we're terrible crafters, aren't we? Second guessing ourselves all the time. Alright, and I'll just pop this one down over the top. Again, still a bit crooked. Alright, and I'll just cut that out, and I just think that that will look better. And I'll cut down this edge. Okay, now let's see. Is that better? Yeah, I like that better. Just the colours work better, I think. Alright, so we'll pin that back in place. And then, like I said, once they're sewn and inked, then I'll stick them straight into the book or the folio. So that just is a second option if you did watch the video and you liked making the folio. That was the original way, which the pockets would still work the same. You could still use the pockets this way, even if you kept it in this orientation. But I just liked it flipped for a landscape one. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just grab some string and I'm just going to tie. So what I did, I cut one of the little butterflies from one of the mini postcards, and I just centered it with, attached it with an eyelet, and now I'm just going to put our string around it, like about there. And I'll just tie a knot. And it actually underneath his little body. All right. And then I'm just going to wrap it just around a couple of times. 1, 2, and then we'll just go around like that kind of thing. And I'm just going to keep my strings a little bit long at this stage until I know what's the width of my book. All right, so that's the folio with the inside parts. I also played with one of the biggest sheets in the printable, one of these ones. There's a couple of that sort of size, and I just turned this one into just a little notebook. So I just ink dyed some watercolor paper and just sewed it into place with a 3-hole binding stitch, and just made just a little notebook, which I thought was really cool. And I used the background papers from the kit as well. So that's just another little idea that will go with that folio. Now what I've also done, I've worked a little bit in advance, and I've taken the sheet of postcards. You get a sheet of postcards, and they're a really good size and they're really lovely. So I have stuck them down onto an old book page from a really old book that I have here. It's dated, it's inscripted 1943. And just to sort of cover the text, I've just painted it with white paint and some gold paint, just to mute that down a bit. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I want to cut or rip. I might have to cut because I have left a bit of a white edge. So I'm just going to cut all of these postcards out. really want to cut my strings if I can help it. So that's one. And then we've got this one. Sue's been bringing out some really beautiful printables at the moment. I will link the shop, Sue's online store, where you can find the printable. It's listed for sale. I'll also put a direct link to the printable. But yeah, really, Sue is very new at printables and she's just doing beautiful work. So thank you, Sue, for for sending me some of your beautiful digitals. They're gorgeous. Okay, so I just sewed around them in advance because I really like that sewing look, and as you guys know, I can't sew on camera and I don't know how to edit, so I kind of work in advance. But it works. It works. I'm happier with the result. I'm happier with what I can show on camera. All right, so now we've got 3 postcards there, and this one here I have used the same book page, and I have sewn on the postcard. But what I want to do with this one, I just want to flip it up and just make it like a little pocket for the postcards to sit into. So I'm just going to close it up. I just thought, let me see, what have I got? I just thought maybe a little bit of washi tape. I might just close it up with a bit of washi. And yeah, just a little cute piece of ephemera that you can store all the postcards into. So I'm just going to do a little bit of washi there. And I've just left my strings really long and really messy. I like that look, and my sewing is really shabby. So yeah, I just love that really messy look. That one there, and then we'll just cut 2 more. And pop them on this side. Just like that. And then our little postcards can go inside the pocket. So that's 1, 2, and 3. How cute is that? So that's another little one done. Then as I was going through the printable pages, I just really loved this book. I thought that book stack is just gorgeous. So I wanted that as a journal card, and I've just backed that onto some craft cardstock that I had here at home. So I'm just going to cut that one out. And again, I will ink all around the edges, but that does get a little tedious to watch. And I just love that, just like it is. That's really lovely. So I'll pop that one in there. Also, Sue had done some of the slides, so I've cut some of the slides. I've glued them and machine stitched around the slides, and and again I have backed those onto some craft cardstock. I just want to grab those strings in. All right, so what I would like to do with these, if I can make it happen, I've just got a hole punch, and I would just like to, that might be a bit big actually, I would just like to punch out where those white pieces are. I might try the small hole in my crocodile and see how we go. I've got bits caught in it. It won't come out. And there's bits in it, I can't see what I'm doing. There, gotcha. Alright, so I just want to kind of punch. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Just sort of like that sort of thing. I'm not going to do that very tight. Oh, I might just, it's just my stitching's running through there. I like that look, that's nice. Oh, I like that, and that could have just a bit of ink down along there. Just to dull down that white a bit. Oh, they're cute. Alright, I'll quickly try and get this one all done. Oh, it keeps sticking. No such thing as quick with a crocodile, by the looks of it. Does anyone else find these hard to hold? And then quickly do this side. I'm getting a bit off. Okay, I like that. I think that's just gives it something. I'll just put a bit of ink on there. Okay, so we've got 2 of those. Put our string away. Now, what else did I do? I made some tags, so I just used a tag template. This one, these are a little shorter, just because I don't even think this size will be able to stand up in the folio. But anyway, so I just cut some tag shapes out of the pages in the kit of various themes. And I've just backed them onto some really old paper. It has that really old vintage look about it, because it is very old and vintage. 1943. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to quickly cut these out. Now these aren't stiff, like they're not on cardstock, so they're quite thin, but you know, they're just nice for a little writing tag, a little journal tag. So that's one. And I'll just quickly cut these ones out. And that's 2 and that's 3. They are a little bit bent up. They need to sort of lay under a weight for a night, I think. And down along here. All right, so that's 3 tags. Okay, so now what do we want to do? Just going to try and straighten them up a bit. I've also done some of the ovals, and I have sewn all around those. This I thought was a nice idea. These were 2 elements from the mystery box. we had the vellum frames and the vellum mushrooms. Vellum, no, acetate. I think I said acetate was acrylic in my last video. Oh, I'll tell you. So acetate frames and acetate mushrooms, and what I've just stuck them down together, and I just thought that could make a really cute little tag in the folio. So I'm just going to cut around the edges of this. And I've backed that onto another piece from the backing papers in the kit, that moody green and brown piece. So in the background of that is that, if you can see it. I don't know, where are you guys? There you are. So isn't that a cute little tag? I think that's really sweet. All right, and now I'm just, this is the other thing I did too, which I will come back to. Now I'm just going to cut around. I've just got a couple of the labels from the kit there, and on this one here I've stamped with the darkroom door number 5, and I've just sewn all around that. So I'm going to cut that out because I have a plan for this one, and then I just thought I'd do one more just in case I wanted another label somewhere. Like that. And I'm just going to cut out a couple of these ovals and see how they look. So again, I've machine stitched all around them and just backed these onto some craft cardstock. So that's one, and we've got 2 more here. Aren't they pretty, the mushrooms? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That's quite a big lot of white. Get that a bit closer. So that's that one, and then I'll just try and quickly do this one. Keep my strings in. Oh dear. I get really quiet, I'm very sorry. All right, okay, so now let's see. All right, so on this one here, I thought I would like to do that number 5, and I just thought I might put a little bit of cheesecloth in behind it just to add that bit of something. So I'm just going to cut just a bit of cheesecloth off, give it a bit of a fray. And then, yeah, just kind of do something like that. Oh, I would like to give that a bit of ink first. And again, I've just kept that stitching really, really messy. All right, so a bit of glue. I'm just going to put my cheesecloth down there, put some glue in behind this one. And I'm going to put this one down here. Oh, not like that. Kind of like that. Oh, that's nice. So that was just a book page folded in half, and I've just sewn the postcard on there, and yeah, just made a little pocket. So that's a really nice idea. So that's our 4 postcards done. So we'll open up the folio and see where these things might fit. All right. Yeah, it might be a little bit too high. Oh, they'll just fit in there. All right, now what else do we have? We've got our tags, and we've got this one too. So what I was thinking, that's a bit big, but I would like to make a little dangle, say, on that one, kind of thing like that. We've got our journal card. We'll pop that one in there, like that. So where's the hole punches here? And I'm just going to punch a hole in there. Like that. And then I've just got this piece of sari that I really think the colour goes nicely. So I'm just going to try and rip a bit of that. And I'm going to use that as a tie. Trim that off. Oh, that's pretty. And then, oh, there's strings everywhere. And then I'm going to grab a bulb pin. And I'm just going to attach that little slide like there and there. Just like that sort of thing. Oh, you could even add some buttons. So that one could live nicely in there, and they'll fit better too once that's all solid and sewn and glued in. Now, like I said, I don't know. I think these tags are too big, so we may have to like lie them down. So they might just have to be like just journal tags. That could go in there like that. And we had a third one, didn't we? Oh yes, there it is. And this one here, I wouldn't mind putting a dangle on that one. So I'm just going to put a bit of ink around there. And I'm going to punch a hole there. And punch a hole here. I just want a smaller hole in this one. Like that. And then I've got some of these Tim Holtz tags that were left over from my design team project. So I'm going to use one of those, and I'm going to use Cherish. I think that's lovely. So again, I'm going to grab another bulb pin. First of all, okay, so we'll grab a bulb pin and I'll thread these two on together. That and that. And then again, I'm going to use some of this sari. I just love the colour of that. Now, once this has had a chance to flatten it, yeah, I don't want it to curl like that. I'll just tie that on like so. Isn't that pretty with the script behind it? I just love it. And then I'm just going to pop this on as a little dangle. Like that. Isn't that pretty? And I could slip that one in there like, oh, I like that, see, with the bit hanging out there. So let's grab these other ones out. We might sort of do something similar on all of them so that they're all kind of matching, and we can just have that that kind of poking out like that. So we've got 2 more and we've got 2 more dangles. So let's do exactly the same on these ones. And then I will ink those tags and stuff later. So I'm going to punch my hole. I love that image. That's beautiful. Colours are gorgeous. And then I'll punch a couple of little holes in here. And again, a bit of sari. And I'm just going to thread it through exactly like we did on that other one. So probably shorter tags. I love this size because it accommodates the image in the kit so well, this size tag. But yeah, I now see that they don't fit in there as well as I would like them to. But hey, that doesn't matter. It's always nice, you know, you can have a folio with smaller tags, larger tags, bits and pieces, and have some pieces on the side as well. So tie that one off, and then we've got our little, where'd that ball pin go? Our little ovals. And again, I'll just grab one of these Tim Holtz tokens. Oh, I forget what they're called. They've just got little words on them. They're cute. So we've got that one. And we'll do the same with this one. We've already got that one altered. And like that. All right, and now we've still got a little butterfly. I mean, there are still heaps more ephemera to play with in the kit. There's mini postcards as well as the larger postcards that we've done. But that little one can pop in there. All right, so we've got our folio. We have got a little tag, a little slide, and just a journal card cut from one of the pages. We've got our postcard pocket. So our little pocket with the three other postcards in there. 1, 2, and 3. They're really sweet. I love them. Now they won't fit that way, I don't think. It's a shame they won't, because then they would fit in the folio. Will they? Oh, look, they do. Ho ho. Excellent. So they will fit in. That's much better, that size. All right, so we've got that, and then we've got our pretty journal card at the back. And then we have in this second pocket here, which again, oh, I'll look for something to decorate that with. Just excuse me while I pick something up off the floor. All right, so we could even do something like that, but for now I'm just going to pop that one in there, and our little tag with the other slide there. We have our scrappy notebook here, which is attached to the actual book. I've attached it with a zigzag stitch, so you could actually rip your pages out if you wanted them for little journaling places. And then we've got our tags, so we'll have to lay them down on the side kind of like that. I don't even know. No, that won't work. But hey, what we could do, we've got our little notebook, so we could just pop some tags throughout the little notebook. Just like that. And then we've got that pretty sari hanging out the top. And then that comes down like that. And we wrap our string around. kind of, sort of. Bring that back. And then I'm going to wrap. Just like that. I like it. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky at the moment because I haven't sewn that glue stick. I don't know, it must be really strong. It tends to warp everything I use. But anyway, once it's sewn, then it becomes much better, much flatter. So there you go. Just a little project with the folio, simple folio, and using the beautiful mushroom journal kit from Sue at Paper Inspirations. So thank you very much, Sue, and thank you everybody for joining me tonight. And yeah, stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.